Good morning. And I'm just looking for something here. There we go. And welcome to Wisdom to Wealth, where we talk to you about taking control of your money so that your money doesn't take control of you. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a 1 or 2 week hiatus because I had crazy tech issues. So anyhow, anyone that has tech issues, check in with me because I now know how to fix stuff. And today, so I'm Whitney Hammond, and today we have Theresa Pellizzari. Good morning, Theresa. How are you?
Good morning. I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for being here today. So whether you are just getting started in your investment life, you are looking to manage your own investments, or you work closely with a financial advisor, Wisdom to Wealth discussions will provide a roadmap to the life that you want and you deserve. So today we are talking about discovery calls and how they bring clarity to our viewers. So Theresa, talk to us about discovery calls. I know I see them all over the internet, and you are different, and so am I in that respect, because we're not searching for clients. We have clients, but we're trying to help people. So if I sign up for a discovery call with you, what can I expect?
Well, the key is to what you just said, signing up, because many people sit back and wonder about things, stress about information that they know or don't know. And sometimes that causes anxiety, not knowing what they need to know. So the key there is don't get stuck and take that first step to book that discovery call, whether it's in finance, whether it's research technology, like you were doing in the last couple of days, Whitney. So, you're a great example of that. If you go back a few days ago, your Zoom wasn't working. What did you do? You went into problem solving mode.
Yeah.
Fair enough. After a couple of days of problem solving mode, you're like, oh, okay, enough. I need to move on, and I need to do some research and discover what are my options. So then you called on your experts, you pulled them together and said, okay, where do we go from here? And yesterday, when you landed with your solution, you were pretty excited. And now you have a better platform and ready to do business. So really, it's what you just went through was a discovery. And a discovery meeting is a safe environment for you to learn, for you to gather information, to ask questions. And it doesn't take long. They don't generally cost money, but 30, 45 minutes of your time, you can really dive into what are your short and long-term goals when it comes to finance. So when we do discovery calls, it's a casual environment. We're gathering information. We're doing a lot of listening as the advisor, not doing a lot of talking, and really trying to determine what keeps that person up at night, what's bothering them, what matters most to them. And it's an overall fact find, just the same as your situation in the last couple of days. And, by the time we're done, we've uncovered some strategies and maybe some priorities, maybe some tools that can be used. And generally, I know in my calls, from the beginning of my call to the end, in some situations, you can physically see the energy change in the meeting, because people go, oh, there is hope. And again, put yourself in those shoes in the last couple of days where you were like pulling your hair out trying to figure out Zoom. And then when you tapped into the experts and some people with resources and started going down that other path, your energy level went from frustration and not knowing to having control of the situation. So great experience for you in the last couple of days.
Absolutely. And you know what, I can relate that to your business. So I can draw a parallel there. So my issue with the Zoom live is, first of all, on Facebook, you can't pick up the phone and call for help. There isn't any. And it's the same with Zoom. And so it's very, very difficult. So it's the same thing when you're dealing with a bank. how do you pick up the phone and get help? Like
Mhm.
you go into a voicemail jail. It just, and I love in our business how we are so accessible at all times. I mean, it's not that we're asking for it, but the messages are coming in from everywhere. People don't mind writing you any time of the day. We're here to
Right.
answer, we're here to serve. So that's totally fine. So, and what I love about your discovery call, Theresa, is that so you're smart and you're focused and you're asking questions and you're listening and you're thinking about, how can I help this person? Most people with this floating around, hitting on people and whatever marketing and stuff like that, their gig is to just get you to get a dollar in their pocket, right? I've had it. They're hitting on you all the time. It's like, it's just so unprofessional, and they don't last. But the longevity is in the building the relationship, finding out what is wrong, what are they worried about. And I find that people are all the same when it comes to money, whether they have
Yes.
more money for 5 lives or they're trying to figure out, how in the heck do I do this? They're all worried about preservation, growth, and how do I do this? And so the discovery call is a fabulous way to speak with an advisor without getting hit on, but to have a real strategist who can listen and say, hey, you know what, this is what I see here. And the call is over, and off you go. So that leads me into the next questions. What are the next steps of a discovery call?
Well, like you said, Whitney, you leave that first phone call, you take a step back, and you understand what just happened. You take in the information, and you recognize how you feel or felt going into the call and then coming out of the call. And so the most important piece is it the right fit? If you don't feel comfortable with the person you're talking to, if they're saying something that doesn't jive with your values, if you feel like you're being hit on, then you know what? Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you want to go back to, calling the bank and waiting weeks to hear back. And like Whitney said, we're there. We're a text, a call, an email away. And these days, our business is totally virtual. And no, do we want to be working 24 hours a day? No. But what we don't want is people to feel stressed, financially stressed, and like they don't have the answers. So we're by nature problem solvers.
Yeah.
We want to understand what is the situation and problem solve it. So fit is really important. I want to make sure that that's it. And there is no commitment. The environment is safe. If you're interviewing different people and you feel more comfortable with someone else, then that's who you should go with. Um, so once you identify the fit, is you have time to answer or ask any follow up questions. You then move forward into clarifying roles. Who's going to do what? How will we communicate going forward? What works best for you? I have clients that say to me, it's best to talk to me between 4 and 5 o'clock on my commute home. So whatever works, that's what we do. We weave and bob into everyone's schedule because we want to be easy to do business with. The other thing is that as you make those final decisions that you are going to work together, it's important that we disclose the business and the companies that we work with and our privacy commitment so you can feel completely safe saying whatever you want and it's not going to come out of the safe. And the next step would be to develop a simple plan, prioritize it, take steps at a time, put timelines to it, who's doing what, and then determine how often do you need to meet. Is it, in the beginning, you tend to meet more. You build that foundation. You make sure everyone's comfortable working together. They have their answers to their questions. And then you can move on to a quarterly, every 6 month or yearly schedule. So these days, there's so much information flying around, especially in this last year. And like Whitney says, you know what? We don't want to hit on anybody. If we just want to help people, we want to share what made us financially secure. and create that financial freedom that is so important to everyone. So that's what we do, and that we're doing more discovery calls now than ever because it's the new norm, and it actually is fantastic because it creates that safety. It's not like you're coming into our office. We're hanging up from the phone call. We're in our own space so we can feel safe. So don't hesitate, as you got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And I like what we do at Sovereign Wealth Management because we make it's a prerequisite that you need to have meetings with us. So for me, for being in business for 25 years, all my clients that work with me, they know it's like a dentist. We book your appointments, we see you, we talk to you. I'm always working on your file, and my mandate is to get you to your goals. And I always do. It's easy to do, but it's people are busy. It's like having your own personal financial coach that gets you from, here's where we are, here's where we want to be. So we get sorry, camera's reversed. Here's where we are, and here's where we want to be. And so my job is to fill in the gap, the same as yours is to fill in the gap. And it is easy to do, very difficult to do if you don't have that coach with you. And it's also very hard to do in an over-the-counter setting, or you can't reach the advisor. It's all on personal relationships. So it's awesome. I love what you do, Theresa. I love your service. I love how you bend over, backwards for people. And the biggest thing is you're extremely focused. So, and that's just so important for everybody, is to have that person that's educated and knowledgeable and experienced that can bring the right plan together to get the people to their financial goals, their estate planning goals, their tax planning goals. It's never ending. I mean, honestly, the money is like the number one thing in our lives. It's what keeps us up at night. It's what we fight
Absolutely.
about.
Absolutely.
It's like, they say in the Bible, it's the root of all evil. Well, that's because it's this insanity thing that goes on in your head. So our job is to take that insanity out of your mind, which we do, and we get it all sorted out. So Theresa, if you can put in the comments below how people can reach you, or your Calendly link for people to book that 30-minute call, that would be fabulous.
Okay, well, Whitney, it's the same thing you say every time we start a live, and many of your other lives too, is it's about taking control of your finances so they don't take control of you. And many people think that spending is easier. No, it isn't. Having a plan in place to take control of your finances is absolutely easier all day long. And I'm very thankful, to have Whitney as a mentor of mine to help me guide my finances, because I worked hard, was easy for me to make money all my life, but it also flowed out of my pockets quite easily. And that has made a significant change. So thank you for that, Whitney.
Yeah,
I've never put comments in here before, so.
Oh, you can put
no leaky buckets.
No leaky buckets. Okay, yeah, you can put the comment, you can fill that in after, Theresa. It's okay. You can get it into the live after.
Okay.
And so we're just going to wrap it up here. And so Wisdom to Wealth will be back to its regular time, Wednesday, 10 a.m. And the next one will be with Jim Ruda. So we'll see you all then. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Whitney. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.